Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Saturday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in the US and, of course, been to two amazing stars of course, the Indiana State women's basketball team. And, of course, they are both South Australians. And, of course, they both joined us right from Terre, Heute in Indiana. Thanks, both of you, for joining us.
Thank you for having
Thank you
us.
for having us.
No worries. Well, I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and tell us which SA clubs do both of you genuinely play for.
My name is Sawyer. I'll be a senior this year in college. I grew up playing for the Forest Hill Eagles. Yeah.
I'm Natalia Lalic. I'm a grad student, so it's my 5th year. And I also actually grew up playing at Forest Hill as well.
Coming up to the non-conference play, coming up in a couple of weeks. Are you counting down the days to, having that non-conference play?
Most definitely. I am so excited. I feel like it's gone really fast, which is honestly kind of sad because I feel emotional every day, but yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I feel like practice only just began, but really we've only got just under 3 weeks until we have our exhibition game. So I think it's all happening very quickly. In the summer, it seems to kind of be really slow. It seems like a mile away, but it's definitely come around the corner real quick.
Of course, your first non-conference play is against Lincoln at home at the Holman Centre. I guess, how's the preparations been like?
Honestly, I think it's been really good. So we have, I don't know how many returners we have. We have, I think, 5 or 6 returners, and then new people like Ella. And so everyone's meshed really well. We've pretty much nearly learned all of our plays. Everything's gone pretty smoothly, and I think everyone's just really excited and nervous to kick it off soon. So yeah.
I'm just having a look at your non-conference schedule. I think there's one game particularly you play against an Aussie, which is against Purdue. Of course, that's on the 20th of November. Tell us how special that be when you face up against an Aussie, which is Abby Ellis from Melbourne.
I think for me, it's kind of a full circle moment because I grew up playing against her a lot at the Melbourne Classics and Eltham tournament and things like that. So it's definitely kind of crazy to be going up against someone in a completely different continent. So I think that's kind of cool. And it'll be cool to see how she's progressed as a player as well. I know that she was playing at another school and transferred there. So that's really cool. So I think, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Tell us a bit about your head coach.
Oh, we love Coach K. We're laughing because he is just he's so outgoing on and off the court, and it's just every practice there's nonstop laughing with him, and it's just sarcasm, just jokes every practice, and just I don't know, he's definitely one of the best coaches I've ever played for. So yeah,
I think for the both of us, it's kind of a breath of fresh air from what we have had a little bit over here. So I think it's really nice to kind of want to play for a coach and feel like they're really committed to you both on the court and off the court. And I think that's something he's really emphasized, that not only being good players is important, but our studies and being good students and outside in the community as well.
Ella, you transferred over to Indiana State. I guess, why did you choose Indiana State, and especially being in your senior year?
So I think the opportunity at my prior school was just not exactly what I wanted anymore. And I think that going into the portal was something really daunting for me, especially going into my senior year. But I think with that extra COVID year that we've kind of been blessed with, it was an opportunity where I could go somewhere else and play 2 years. So that was something that was kind of exciting to me. When I got reached out to by Indiana State, I was like, no way. Because I knew Nat growing up, and we never really played together because Nat is two years older than me. But it was really nice to come here and know that I had a familiar face, someone that kind of felt like home at the same time, but could help mesh me into this program. So I think that was a big plus for me coming here. But yeah, I think I like the way the program's going, and I think that we have an opportunity this year to really do well in the conference. So I think that's really exciting.
I need to ask you then. So obviously, when you found out that Ella, who's obviously from your junior club in Forestville, was coming across to Indiana State, what was your reaction? Were you excited?
Yeah, I was confused because I remember I walked into the office, like the basketball offices, and my head coach was like, "Hey, like, do you know a girl called Ella Sawyer?" And I looked at him and I was like, "No way!" And I was like, out of every city, out of every state in Australia, it just had to be Adelaide, and it was just weird. And I was like, "That's so crazy." Yes, I do. We played in the same club and everything. And then they're like, "Okay, cool. You're hosting her next week because she's coming like a recruiting visit." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And it was like so weird when we saw each other.
Yeah.
Like we hugged instantly, and it was just like the weirdest thing. And I was just like, "This is crazy." Like,
Yeah.
so I was really excited, obviously, to have someone here as well. Like, you know, not only from Australia but from Adelaide of all places. Yeah, of course I was just really excited. So yeah.
I know you've been blessed with a couple of Aussies that you've had there at Indiana State throughout your 5 years now, I think, over there. So I guess this be the cherry on top in regarding to now you've got a South Australian joining you this year.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Tell us a bit about your other seniors and graduates that are in the team.
So we honestly have a lot of seniors in the team, I think. So nearly all the seniors have been here for 5 years. For 3, 4 years?
This will be their fourth year.
Yeah. And and then we have myself as a grad student, another girl as a grad student who was also here last year. And then 2 others who are actually seniors, but this is their 5th year because of like their eligibility. So yeah, we've honestly pretty packed with seniors and grad students, I'm pretty sure. And we only have 2 freshmen, and yeah, I think that's
Yeah, I think
really
it's good because we have a lot of girls that have experience playing at the college level, even if it's not here at Indiana State. Because, yeah, we brought in 3 transfers this year, all being seniors. So we've all 3 of us have had 3 years experience playing at the college level. So I think that's kind of exciting to add to what was already here, knowing that all 3 of us are going to be able to come in and make an impact kind of straight away.
Obviously, Nat, you've been at pretty much most of your basketball there at Indiana, and obviously now, Ella, you've come across. So tell us, how big is basketball in Indiana?
I'm pretty sure the basketball in Indiana is like their main sport. Yeah. So everyone goes crazy about basketball here, which is honestly, obviously, it's really good for us because we get people out at the games and all that, all those type of things. But yeah, the community, I feel like, is really like, it's really cool because everyone just loves basketball. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's cool.
I think also when you have players like Larry Bird that have played here, like it makes it a whole lot more exciting for people to come out and watch. And
definitely, especially like in front of our stadium, we have his statue right in front of it, and like it's newly renovated too, so it's just like a beautiful, huge stadium, and then he's just right there. It's just really cool to like be able to practice and play there. So yeah.
Let's talk a bit about both your basketball journeys. Obviously, both you're from Forestville in South Australia. Where did it all start for both of you?
So for me, I played with Forestville from under 10. So when I was about 8 years old, up all the way until I was playing in like the NBL 1 team there until I came over here. So I think for me, yeah, it was a really crazy opportunity to be able to come over here and kind of play and whatnot. I was pretty lucky growing up. I was able to play in like the state teams at the state level and whatnot, which kind of gave me a bit more exposure to some other players and other teams and whatnot. So that was really exciting. I was in a pretty successful team growing up. We had a lot of success. As you can see now, a lot of us are over here playing, which is kind of crazy. So I think a lot of us are excited to maybe go back home and end up all playing together, which is really exciting.
Nice. So I started playing basketball when I was 5, and I started at Forestville with Aussie Hoops. So obviously I've been playing for a while, and growing up at Forestville just has a really strong youth development, pretty much just all around. And so obviously, like, I had a very successful sort of basketball career growing up when I was younger. And then I took the route of junior college because I one of my teammates, I grew up playing for Forestville, but then I did 1 year at Norwood in NBL 1 as well. And one of my teammates, she went to this junior college and she was like, look, like it's actually really good to get exposure and stuff like that. So that's what I did. I took the risk and I went to Missouri, of all places, in America. Did 2 years there, and it honestly really helped out, getting so many just offers and looks from a lot of different places really opened my eyes up. And I think coming to America has really changed my game around completely in a whole different direction, and sort of made me fall in love with the game even more than I did before.
Be some highlights throughout both your basketball journeys. I got to feel I know at least one of Ella's highlights, because I think I was there for 2 of those events.
Yeah, for me, definitely both the under 18 national classics, winning that. I think as a bottom age, I was actually the MVP, which was something that was really kind of mind blowing for me. Didn't really think I was going to get in that situation, and then being able to turn around the next year and win back to back was really exciting. I think something that Forestville has never really had the opportunity to do. So we were really happy to be able to do that for our club and whatnot. Moving into college as well, in my freshman year, I had a pretty good freshman year at Austin P. I was able to get in the all newcomer team. So that was something that was pretty much a standout of my college career. But yeah.
Nice. For me, in my younger years, I was in the under 16 state team, and we actually won gold, which was really cool. And that was the first time SA won gold since like 1999 or something like that. So it was really amazing to experience that with all of my friends growing up, which was really cool. But for college, honestly, I can't even think. Junior college, obviously, just like a highlight, it was just probably my freshman year. I just had a team where I loved everyone, and we had such a successful year, and it was just really fun being in America. And yeah, and last year was just great too.
So what position do both of you play on the court? And if you had a dream position where you like to convince your coaches to put you, where would that be?
Oh God. I play like a point guard, kind of combo guard. I can play on the wing a little bit, but I'll mostly play at the point. I would love to be like 6'5" and be a post player. I think they no, I won't say they have it easy, but I don't, it's sometimes daunting having the ball in your hand all the time. So I'd like to be able to stand at the back of the press and not have to do anything.
That's a good answer though.
No,
but so my main position, I'm a shooting guard, and I play the 3 spot. And Coach K also likes me to be like sort of like a backup forward, like a small forward, just so I can kind of bring the defender out to the perimeter and make them guard me one-on-one. So yeah, that's pretty much my 2 positions, but mainly a shooting guard. Yeah. Oh, and if I would want to be something, honestly, I love my position.
Yeah, she has it good.
I like my position because I just love to shoot, and I just love, yeah, I wouldn't change it.
She's living the dream.
Yeah. So, Ella, this is your senior year, which is your 4th year. Nat, this is your 5th year as a graduate. So what does the sport of basketball mean to both of you, and especially playing for Indiana State, and obviously when you were back home playing for Forestville?
Well, basketball means to me, so it's always been sort of like my escape, and basketball is just, as soon as I hit the court, I don't think about anything outside of basketball. I don't think I can't remember the last time where I thought about any work. I was never stressed out on the court or anything like that. So like, I really love the game. And I obviously want to take it really far if I can. And so I don't think I'd choose any other place to play right now in Indiana State. We just have such like a family environment, and that kind of sounds cliche, but it's really true. Because like Coach K, he has 6 kids. So his kids are always at our practice, and we're always going to his house, eating, and just sort of being so involved with everyone, and like the team meshes so well. And it's just like, I just feel my first year here wasn't great with another coach and another coaching staff. So having this whole new coaching staff that really believe in you and give you confidence, I don't know, it just really means a lot to me. And yeah, I wouldn't change a thing, to be honest.
Yeah, mine's probably very similar to Nat as well. I think, yeah, it's just always been an escape and kind of something that I could go do that you don't worry about anything else, you know. I'm not gonna lie, there are tough days, and I think we all experience that. But at the end of the day, like, you just love the game, so you know. And without it, like, me and Nat wouldn't be able to be here, getting a degree whilst also playing the game we love. So I think that's something that's just really crazy. For me, like, when I came on this visit, like, automatic, I was like, well, there's something special going on here. I think that Coach K is just really trying to take this program in a different direction than where it was going, which is so exciting. I think even if it doesn't happen this year or whatnot, I think that the future here is so bright. And I think that we're paving the way right now for what's going to happen in the future. And I think, yeah, just coming here was something that was just like, I really wanted to be a part of. Every day in practice it's a challenge. Like, we're competing against each other. Yeah, we're sisters and family, but when we get on the court, like, we go at it.
We go at it. It's like a wrestling match, especially our rebounding drills. Oh, you getting all the coaches, they step off the court because we just fight for the ball, and it's just, we're competitive in every single way. Like, it's just crazy.
And like, I haven't really been a part of an environment like this, and it's really exciting. No matter the result at the end of the day, like, the best decision I could have made was to come here for sure. In terms of Forestville, I think that place will always be my home. Growing up there, it holds such an important place in my heart. All the coaches there and have developed me into the player I am now, and those championships and stuff that we have, yeah, are just really important. I think they help push me to come here. Actually, our at the time when I was looking to come over here, our NBL1 assistant coach Luke, who he's now up in Darwin working for the Salties, but he was actually reaching out to colleges for me and trying to get my name out there. So I think to know that people back home are like supporting me and were trying to push me on this journey as well is really amazing.
I have both of you learnt from each other on and off the court now.
Ella likes to laugh at everything.
I keep everything very lighthearted,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, you do.
But you know when she's coming into the room because she's the loudest one in the entire room.
No, you.
Yes, you are.
We gotta work on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Nat as well, I think it's just been really nice to have her here to kind of guide me as well. Being a fifth-year player as well, she has a lot of experience, and I think her being here as well last year has helped me kind of mesh into the team. Sometimes, like, we'll just have to look at each other because no one really understands the humor or like what we're trying to say. And we can just go talk to each other like normal and not feel like we have to Americanize ourselves, which has been really nice because I felt like at my old school I was conforming a little bit, and now
yes.
now we can just chat to one another. So that's nice. Definitely to have someone that you can banter with a little bit. We'll just be sitting there and then we'll just like randomly talk about stuff from home, which is it's nice to kind of keep you still connected to Australia and whatnot.
And then no one knows what we're talking about.
Yeah. Even better. Even better. Coach K was actually asking that to teach her some Australian swear words that he can use at the refs.
Yeah, the refs. Yeah, he was so serious about it too, and I told him some that I can't say on here.
Do not repeat.
No,
he really would.
So, all right, we'll finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions while we're on a roll here. Who's the comedian, the best singer, and internet TikToks?
In the team, comedian, I would say.
Oh, we got some funny people on our team.
The personalities on our team is actually crazy. Comedian, I'd say.
I don't think Anna's a comedian. She
No,
just says
she
stuff
just
that's
says
really
things
funny.
That's just like,
Who is the comedian?
Maya.
Probably Maya, yeah.
Maya, she's our center, and she doesn't even say things just to like make jokes. Like she'll just say it, and it would just be so funny how she says it and like what she says. Definitely Maya. Best singer, Flo.
Flo, yeah.
Flo sings 24/7 all the time. Her AirPods are in, singing. She's just nonstop. And
I just don't talk to her anymore. She's just always got her headphones in, listening to something.
And then you said TikTok.
TikTok.
Burger.
Yeah, Burger probably.
Burger.
I wouldn't say we have a really big TikTok person on the team.
But it would be her.
I make them as jokes. Really.
Yeah. But TikTok, I'd say Burger because she just dances all the time.
Following up from that, is anyone into their B reels?
Me.
Oh yeah, okay.
Every day.
Everyone else gave up on it. I'm committed. I'm going to keep doing it.
I'm surprised anyone gave up on it so quickly. Has any of your teammates tried to put the Aussie accent, and how's that traveling?
Yes, they have, and our coaches do every single day. And secondly, they've been horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible all the time. Like we'll be in practice and we'll be like bowl or like say like bowl to them is so funny.
Yeah, because they
like,
say ball.
Yeah.
And we're like,
and
bowl.
so we'll like bowl, and then like I'll hear my coach behind, like our assistant coach behind me, and be like bowl. And I'm like, okay. Right. And then it's just like a constant thing. Or like just little like phrases. Like our teammates will be like, that's funny. Why do you say that?
Yeah.
Or even like the other day, it was someone's birthday. And Ella did the hip hip hooray at the end. And they were like,
what? Who doesn't do the hip hip hooray?
And then
like,
she was like hip hip, and I said hooray. And they were like, what are you guys doing?
I literally did not realize that people didn't do that till I came here. It's just an Australian thing, which is crazy.
Yeah, we get copied all the time.
Yeah, I think every time they try like imitate us, it always ends up sounding British.
Yeah, yeah.
I think me and Nat, we don't sound that similar. Like everyone says that accents are a little bit different, so I think that kind of confuses them a little bit too.
For everyone back home that should play the sport of basketball, what would be your advice to them?
I think just practice. Like practice is crucial, and especially like coming overseas and playing basketball here. And just like with me, so like I never grew up having a lot of connections. Like I didn't really know anyone. I'm the only one in my family that plays basketball. So it's not like I really had anyone to kind of talk to about where do I go and all that type of stuff. So I feel like if you're in that situation and you're stuck and you don't know, like, and you're thinking about going junior college, I would 100% tell everyone to go junior college. If you don't have connections or if you're not 100% sure on where you want to go. It really opened up my eyes to sort of basketball in America, as well as it gave me so many looks for different colleges, and it honestly gives you so much confidence, because at the end of the year, it's like you see how many people have reached out to you, and it's like, wow, like, cool, like I can actually be at that type of level. I can be at a Division 1 level or even Division 2 or anything like that. So that would honestly be my advice for the people that don't really know what to do or are in my position that don't really have any connections or anything like that.
And like with that as well, if you don't have connections, like don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Like coaches aren't gonna look at you differently because you're reaching out to them and you're saying, I'm interested in your program. Like I did a lot of that stuff when I was in the portal as well, because I knew what I was looking for. And so I reached out to schools that I knew I would be interested in. Even if they don't reach out to you, doesn't mean they're not looking for someone. So especially kids trying to get over here, I would like, don't put your pride aside and like just reach out, because you never know, like they could be looking for something that's you, or maybe they just overlooked you, or they don't know exactly. I think that's the trouble with international students a little bit. They can't see you play live, so they kind of overlook you a little bit, but definitely don't sell yourself short in that sense. If you think you belong like somewhere, then just put yourself out there. And I think like with Nat, she knew that like maybe she could have gone somewhere, but like she decided to go a different route, and like she probably ended up somewhere bigger than she could have imagined, I think.
Definitely.
Well, both of you, it's awesome having both of you on the show. I've been waiting to do this interview, especially with Nat over the last couple of seasons, and especially to catch up with you, Alan. Thank you so much, both for joining us. Hopefully, I'll be over there in the US at the end of the year, so hopefully I'll be coming down to watch one of your games there at Indiana State. Hopefully in the month of December and January.
Okay, awesome.
That'd be amazing. Let us know and we'll get you in. Thank you so much for having us. It was really fun.
No worries. And that's Nat and Natalia joining us from the Indiana State women's basketball team. Of course, we'll put all the details up on the team's schedule because their non-conference season starts at the start of November. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.